All right. So, all right. So, you ready to get on the couch? Now she's ready to get on the couch. Of course. Go couch. Let's go. Get back. At least it's good she did it now instead of like 20 minutes from now.
Commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of...
Ah, yes, that's right.
system's glorious efficacy. While the protectorates decide what its subjects get, we respond
Ah, yes. Okay.
through your decisions as consumers. What's more, our overbearing neighbors employ.
Horse comestibles! Horse comestibles! We're literally giving them away!
As a responsible member of society, we allow you to take part in public
What now? Have an issue with the service? She's in her office. Door to your right. See that you do.
What are you doing back here? No one's allowed. Who left that door unlocked? What are you even doing in my bar? Someone will be fired over this. Then, once they reach the nadir of their sorrows, rehired, only that I may fire them again. And I don't know what you think you're seeing here, but ignore all this. What? All this? Furtive mixing of cocktails is simply how I relieve stress in a productive manner. It's a Raptidon bite, a unique concoction devised by Melquiades Alcantara, who was simply my dearest friend. Or was. I procured its recipe from him before his unfortunate passing, and before you ask, yes, I have receipts for everything. As if I don't know how to scour a crime scene. Please. This isn't some run-of-the-mill one-bit operation. The best choice is the Spectrum Violet of the Esplanade. Our patrons pay well to stake their claim as the most VIP of the VIP. Now that we have the recipe for this dreadful elixir, our clientele no longer have reason to stray. Think you're wearing down my resolve, don't you? Ugh. Maybe just a little. Look, I see you're going to be a problem. Just cover my efforts and expenses and the recipe's yours. Our patrons are returning already anyhow. Fine, you can have it. That admittedly was a mite embarrassing. Any serious player would have locked the door first, before spreading out incriminating evidence. Here you are, one lightly bloody, slightly less secret recipe. Time for you to blunder out the way you blundered in.
By our products. So strive. Survive, arrive, armed with Auntie's choice. Trust your auntie.
Need anything? You learned the recipe? Yes. Tell me and I'll make you one. Oh, the black powder was the ingredient what I was missing. There you go. Lowest prices for the lowest runners.
We have positive bit flow. Our portfolio is diversified, but we can... do better. I'll give it to you straight in my quarterly underperformance review. First off, only division that earns us less when they work more. Ease off the throttle, gang. Won't be any malfeasance if you don't look for it. Next is assertive arbitration. Quite the bit pit. Down 40% net gross. You're supposed to squeeze blood from every contract, not put us in the red. Learn to negotiate. Xenobiological exploitation output is down 18%.
I appreciate your business, but welding forcing your hand to things tends to result in injury.
I get it. Between the rifts, aggressive rivals, and the actions of maverick freelancers, there's a lot plenty out. Now, the market hates uncertainty. Can't say I care for it either. But I'll have no trust with ambition deficient. Respected subordinates, spare me no gumption, and I promise we will all thrive. We have a wide range of goods for every budget, from the most extravagant to the most big-minded of customers. We have food and drink for every taste and meal you can imagine, plus a few more that you can't imagine.
Purpleberry product sample! Purpleberry product sample!
Also the only retailers for parasite-free purpleberries.
The term parasite-free indicates the fact that any kind of parasite found in an Auntie's Choice product is provided free of charge and is not the property of Auntie's Choice or its subsidiary companies.
Trinicular.
Oh, ain't heard from Ortiz in months. When we get back to the ship, let's give this a watch.
Added Esplanade.
Oh, ain't heard from Ortiz in months. When we get back to the ship, let's give this a watch.
We've already done this, Inez. Shut up. Why are you still in the party? Because I never got rid of you, right?
Auntie's Choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away. Why choose just any choice when you could choose Auntie's Choice? Too much Spacer's Ale? Try Auntie's Choice Pep Pills. Good for what ails you. You want freedom of choice. You want Auntie's Choice. Auntie's Choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an
Hey, mister, any bits to spare?
Hey, everybody, look who it is. All finished? Knew he was connected. What'd you find out? He tell you any secrets about Auntie?
Or inspiring stories about her career ascent. You know, that might act as encouragement to them like us, presently stagnating in our position of paid employee.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah, many of your top CEOs have working garbage heaps in their background.
It's said to prepare you for all the reeking effluvia that life throws at you. Very practical that way when you think about it. That everything? Huh. A rumor had it she was one of the Schuyler line, old money family, type who looked down at anybody who worked for a living. Never seemed like her. I got a whole lot of insightful observations like that, you know.
Wait, there's been more than one Auntie Cleo? Explains a lot, now that I think about it. Like how she ain't a few hundred years old. Huh.
Learn anything more?
Whoa! Just like normal people.
That's real relatable. I mean, we all done that, right? But I just never...
Yeah, like she could eat a bar.
What else? Can't even imagine possessing that degree of marketing acumen.
You could just tell people how to think and do things. Like to not...
Those details were highly motivating, both personally and professionally. Real roadmap to success kind of thing.
Diverges greatly from events depicted in Auntie the Musical, the all-singing adaptation of Auntie's life story, which we've all, of course, watched 9 times. Didn't make the drink, or didn't make... Oh, I see.
Less we know about all that, the better. But I knew you'd effectuate effectually. Right? Wasn't I just saying? Here, for your trouble, from all of us. Now, about that last person of interest. There's a former Spacer's Choice VIP in the brig. We tried talking to him, you know, to see if he had any useful dirt. But he's kind of mean.
Full of scathing invective.
Belittling, one might say. But, you know, tough sort like you might have an easier go of it. Nah, they got him set up like in olden times. They let everybody walk up and holler at him, throw produce and such. Whatever that is. You know, we all been chewed out pretty fiercely before. Kind of a regular occurrence, really. But I swear, I ain't never...
I still have nightmares. Sometimes I think I hear his voice, and I start to run.
Uh-huh. Likewise. Future generations will tell cautionary bedtime stories about that day. Oh, that sounded very take charge. Have to remember that. Okay. We'll make sure you've got authorization to the brig when you arrive. May you effectuate effectually toward the agreed-upon goal state. That's the Middle Manager Handbook again. Real take-charge stuff.
You know my panhandling license is completely up to date.
Too much Spacer's Ale? Try Auntie's Choice Pep. Good for what ails you.
We took what nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered it through artificial means. At Auntie's Choice, we strive to be 110% wholly plus artificial. Artificiality is our guiding principle. Enjoy an artificially enhanced existence through the conspicuous consumption of unavoidable embedded chemicals. With Auntie's Choice. Attention any and all no-getters on my payroll. It's time to recognize the downwardly mobile with my latest emotions report. Starting with Dr. Giles Rasmussen, demoted from his unnamed and...
Ugh. Ain't heard from Ortiz in months. When we get back to the ship, let's give this a watch.
Site sanitation manager,
Purple berry product samples! Purple berry product
samples from our nutritious tobacco line.
Planetary insight acquisition. Demoted for playing confidential logs to the pig.
Yeah.
So strategic step backward to document index manager will refresh your info security fundamentals, Reggie.
Got with self-propelled cannons, I have whatever size weaponry you need to make all your problems past tense.
Ah, wonderful. More of you. Come to jeer at a fallen old rival like all the rest. Swear I heard from everybody else in this rickety tub. So far, I am decidedly unimpressed. Been some sorely lackluster heckling from your colleagues. Clever as barbs weren't clever enough by half. Not expecting much, but go ahead. Try your worst. Let's hear it. That was almost all right. Better than most. Pretty so-so. Got anything else? And proud of it, too. Why waste bits on something of higher quality? And pricier when it'll just wear out eventually? Might as well buy something cheap. You are clear on the concept here, right? You're meant to insult me, not just spout things that are true. Loses a little sting if I agree with everything. Anyhow, you done yet? Or you got more? Wait, you didn't come here for the express purpose of ridicule and castigation? So, all right, I give up. What do you want? Yeah, well, we did stab her in the back first. Only routine business, though. To take it personal to the extent she did is, simply put, a serious breach in corporate decorum. Look, I appreciate the attention and all, but does any of this benefit me? Because otherwise, you might as well just jeer away. Appreciate the directness. A simple transaction. None of this self-determinism claptrap. Just two people haggling out a deal. Name's Himanshu Tegulapalli, regional brand manager for Tau Ceti, Spacer's Choice. Auntie has it in for all of us former reps, but me in particular. Been humiliating Spacer's Choice every chance she gets. You seen those display images mocking the Moon Man? Dressed up like a baby? Petty stuff. Being completely one-sided. Till now. You bet. I want my turn. Figured I earned it. I mean, look at me. I taped a particularly scathing diatribe earlier. Patch it into the PA system. Let me have my say. Not on me presently, no. They tend to take things off prisoners, you know? It's weirdly universal. Also wasn't wearing this reeking thing prior to being staged for public ridicule. The audio cartridge is in an evidence locker in the room behind that desk. Bet if you just asked the guard over there nicely for access, she'd open it right up for you. The PA system controls are in the back room at client intake. Had it all worked out earlier, before I got caught. Wonderful. That broadcast is gonna be the finest verbal rebuke of my career. Though I should mention, while you're on this ship, Auntie's Choice has a few products what might improve your odor, looks, and breath. Sorry. Couldn't help myself.
Welcome to The Brig by Corporate Compliance. What is it? Well, you'd probably pay me to remotely unlock it, and/or ask me in a remarkably debonair fashion. right? See that door behind me? It's suddenly somehow been left mysteriously unlocked. Pleasure doing business at you. Yeah. Yeah.
Can't tell the difference between cover and concealment? Then you need a good set of armor before someone succeeds in ventilating.
That sometimes you can't score a volleyball without an offside hug to favor the rules or play to win. You can't do both. Feeling motivated? Certainly you are. Now, step up to the line of scrummage and
Let's bludgeon the competition. See? Into field!
You want freedom of choice. You want Auntie's choice. Auntie's choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away. Why choose just any choice when you could choose Auntie's choice? Too much Spacer's Ale? Try Auntie's Choice Pep Pills. Good for what ails you. You want freedom of choice. You want Auntie's choice.
Overnight, Auntie's choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away. Just any choice when you can choose Auntie's choice.
Attention all employees of this poor excuse for corporate plunder. This ill-conceived, off-brand take on an oligarchy. Say what you will of Spacer's Choice and the other corporations, but none of us ever put big ideas in people's heads. Yes, our work is done by a rigged system.
Launch one into luck today.
Right? I swear,
Everybody in this company thinks they're... Be somebody someday. It ain't gonna happen. Cleo's marketing you a bunch of wishful thinking who...
The story of Auntie Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend, to be handed down for a modest fee to each successive generation. Spacer's Choice swollen-headed mascot represents the worst impulses of old corporations, who unfairly stacked the deck against the little person, as they tried with us at Tau Ceti. But did Auntie Cleo take Spacer's Choice devious shenanigans lying down? No! Just like our sponsored tossball team, the Auntie Cleo's darlings refused to do when things were down.
Ugh. Ain't heard from Ortiz in months. When we get back to the ship, let's give this a watch.
Auntie Cleo's darlings. I cleave Spacer's
Only
chosen
Ant-Man
bonus and Thunderbolt will win the game. Whenever I see that blue man's pretty face, who wants to cleave it in twain? Auntie's choice!
Can't tell the difference.
Nice work. A sterling performance by both of us. I've been waiting to give everybody here a piece of my mind for some time now. You've heard about the Spacer's Choice and Auntie Cleo merger, I'm sure. But things went down a little differently than Auntie makes out around here. Auntie was attempting a hostile takeover, but we outplayed her. Voted her and her execs out. Then we shipped Auntie and all her diehard followers out to Tau Ceti as an example. After Earth went dark, Auntie was technically the senior ranking executive in Tau Ceti, and she used that to take over the colony. But everything she's been doing since has been quasi-legal at best, including her being CEO of Auntie's Choice. With Earth being dark, no one has proof to call her on it. What I had to say was more important. People here needed to hear how bad they've been bamboozled by that self-determinism claptrap. The rest is going to come out eventually anyway. After that, we can all go back to exploiting each other honestly. This little ruse of hers will collapse and she'll be exposed for every corporation to see. Then, law willing, she'll be executed for treason against a legitimate corporation. If I were Auntie, and thankfully I'm not, I'd say she's betting if she takes over Arcadia, she can prevent all that from happening. Success here leading to success there and such. No, thanks. Once Spacer's Choice is back in control, I'll be running this place in no time.
Can't tell the difference between cover and concealment? Then you need a good set of
Trinicular.
As your peerless leader, known for her unparalleled business acumen,
Head
I
office
want to tear
time.
above the occasional frivolity. But no, I do enjoy spectating a rousing match.
As much as all of you base rank and
You want freedom of choice. You want Auntie's Choice. Auntie's Choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away. Why choose just any choice when you could choose Auntie's Choice? Too much Spacer's Ale? Try Auntie's Choice Pep Pills. Good for what ails you.
I done falled off the corporate ladder.
Any update on the man in the Moon Man mask? Heard the announcement, assumed that was your doing. Wait! What?
What? But Auntie said the last message that arrived from Earth was the board putting her in charge. Guess that does sound rather convenient.
Wait, this is bad. Knowing this is not good. This sort of dirt gets a person killed. This may call for an executive decision.
What does the middle manager handbook say to do at a time like this?
Says here, unfinished business leaves one undone. Trim loose ends before everything comes unraveled. Well, that sounds rather dire, you know, contextually.
Yeah, Twombly. Maybe we should worry more about them right now. That's exactly what the corporate assassins in the Aetherwave serials say before they terminate someone. In an indifferent display of artful treachery.
Ah, I remember that scene. We need to front stab them before they backstab us. Attack!
Let's clear their ledger. Bat and scan.
Mister, any bits to spare?
Okay, what's next?
Too much Spacer's Ale? Try Auntie's Choice Pep Pills. Good for... Fools you.
We took what nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered it through artificial means. At Auntie's Choice, we strive to be 110% wholly plus artificial. Artificiality is our guiding principle. Enjoy an artificially enhanced existence through the conspicuous consumption of unavoidable embedded chemicals with Auntie's Choice. An artificial life is a life that's sweeter. Live a life that's sweeter with Auntie's Choice.
Ugh. Ain't heard from Ortiz in months. When we get back to the ship, let's give this a watch.
We can always do better. I'll give it to you straight in my corner.
Chewing is for the chump. Unrelated bric-a-brac. Got your unrelated bric-a-brac right here. Purple berry product sample. Purple berry product sample.
like a rugged sort. Let me guess. Thessaly sent you.
That I did. This is Mitt Tarkington, advertising copywriter extraordinaire. Mitt, this is our Maverick outsider. They've heard the pitch and agreed.
Charmed. Yes, well, dive right in, shall we? To begin, allow me to share a bit on how we shape ideas. Part the veil about this magical art we call advertising. Everyone. If they don't have a need yet, it's our job to give them one. Then provide it. A little background first to frame your thinking. There are 4 personality types we appeal to when writing advertisement copy.
I'm like you.
I'm who you want to be.
I, who have cultivated a persona as a sarcastic doubter, am not normally into things, so you really ought to listen to me about this.
And I just hate that thing that never happens, yet absolutely could.
Any other general questions before we get started? Funny you should ask. After giving it brief momentary thought, I'd say, no. I am blithely unconcerned about that.
Not once. Never even entered my mind.
Well, moving on.
All right. I'll ask a few questions about your singular way of looking at things. Then, translate your unique perspective into lines for the ad. Now, first question. How can we best understand those like you? Any insight on your kind of unique perspective? All right. Now, I'll reinterpret your response into a line for the ad. Something like, calling all unconventional individualists. Next question. How do we best illustrate credibility? Say, through something you know, or hate. Right. Maybe everyone knows you know your stuff because you tell them constantly. What's an aspirational goal for those who identify with you? Okay, perfect. How about your needs are different than everyone else's? Last question. What do you desire most out of life? And I should mention we have a little leeway to fine-tune the product offering. Have just the thing. Now available in purely chemical form.
What's up, dudes? How's it going, dude?
Artificial. What nature nurtured, we approved. The only cyst rind you don't need to chew vigorously.
Yeah.
Yes. Suppose you might need to hear it assembled to make sense of it all. Just a moment while we put it together. I can already hear it in my head, and it is perfect. All right, that's a wrap. Roll the assembly. Fine work, everyone. Take a good listen.
Calling all unconventional individualists. Everyone knows you know your stuff. Because you tell them. Constantly. Your needs are different than everyone else's. That's why we've updated our premier cystites just for you. Auntie Cleo and Pal's deep-fried Cysty Bits. Now available in purely chemical form. 100% artificial. What nature nurtured, we improved. The only cyst rind you don't need to chew vigorously.
I just advertised fucking pork rinds, cyst rinds. I'm not going to have enough points to max out explosive satellite. Okay, looks like I'm finally getting out of this place for a while.
We can always do better. I'll give it to you straight.
Purple berry product samples! Purple berry product samples!
Excessive corporate malfeasance. The only division that earns us less when they
Whoa. Ain't heard from Ortiz in months. When we get back to the ship, let's
So,
give this a watch.
Kibitz, I managed to play through Vengeance Hunters the other night with Candy, and I was one life from fucking 1cc in that shit, dude. I figured out like a few of the, like if you go to all the secret areas, which they're actually really easy to spot once you kind of realize what you're looking for. There's like 2 1-ups that you get through there, so it's like. But I hadn't seen the final boss. He kind of wasn't too challenging, so I got ahead. 1 continue. I enjoyed the hell out of that game. It was fun. Music's really good.
Have time for a chat, Commander? Commander, you hear my interview over the wireless too? They've been playing it every hour. Part of it, anyway. I really thought I'd be heard out, telling folk about Willard and his damned awful dealings. Instead, Thessaly herself thought to mock me. I can't reckon with it. To you, maybe. But to a lot of folks, she tells it like it is. And they listen. I ain't meaning to say I don't appreciate your help, Commander. I do. Guess I was just hoping that we'd have done enough to keep more folk from getting hurt. Like Ortiz did. Someone will take up Willard's work, so I need to work fast to keep the program shuttered. If I gain enough notoriety from saving Arcadia with you, maybe that'll be enough. I still feel like a fool sometimes. I spent so much law-damn time begging to be validated by Auntie's Choice and her leaders. Like I was worth only what they thought of me. I really believed when I ended my contract that a better life was possible. I know the truth about Auntie's Choice now. And I know who I am. So yeah, a better life is possible. Just not at someone else's mercy. I ain't gonna let myself or anyone else be led into the same trap they set for us. Ever again. I've went without before. Many times. I can do so again, happily, if it means I stay free. Anyhow, that's enough sorting my thoughts for the moment. We got a galaxy to save.
I've got another game sitting on my hard drive that I'm looking to play. It's called Beneath. It's apparently Lovecraftian horror first-person shooter that's kind of like Fear. I have heard Fear and compared it to Fear a few times, so hey, we'll see. I haven't started to play it yet. I wanted to finish this first.
Temporary indignities of the body are nothing contrasted to the Order's future. Keep those eyes open, soldiers. Cordial frostbite
Whenever I had to eliminate someone as head intercessor, I always enjoyed the challenge of making it look like an accident.
Ooh, what fun! What sort of accidents?
Oh, the typical casual causalities of casualties. Choking on a fab witch, drowning in the bathtub, falling down stairs, faulty life support systems, tripping into an incinerator.
Oh, those I've killed all die from accidents too. Drowning in their own blood, falling on my dagger,
Necroven?
their heads fall off.
Necrovel. Into the Necrovel. It's only $6. Is it a roguelite? It looks like Slurmancer. It looks a lot like Slurmancer. And no, I don't blame you. Especially if there's a demo out there. What's this? Oh, fucking roguelite. So, yeah. So this is beneath.
One by one, my men fell to insanity. I couldn't comprehend it. It was
I picked it up in a bundle.
until I saw
So
the power we'd uncovered. Far beyond what any sane person could handle.
Mayday! This is Science Vessel Pioneer. We've been attacked by an unknown entity.
We were fools to come here, all of us. Yet here we are.
Can anyone hear me? Please respond.
Come and play with me. Let's have some fun.
that's the first time I've actually watched that demo, or not. I guess that's the trailer. I haven't watched it all the way through. I watched something else about it. I think this was the one that I watched. I don't remember there being music. Maybe I didn't watch one. I didn't watch one that had music in it, so I didn't see those. But it looked interesting. It was in a bundle that I picked up. That had something else in there with it. So I was like, yeah, why not? But I looked at it. I was like, yeah. So I think it was for $20. I got like 2 games.
They explode. That's the
One's
right
that
voltage.
Resident Evil game that I was playing, the
Execution.
Fear Made Flesh, or Flesh Made Fear.
Thanks for the lesson.
I need to get back to that. I need to finish this too. God damn. Because Flesh Made Fear's got 2 campaigns in it. I really liked that one. That was a cool game. Hold on. What am I doing?
Did you know around 1,000 species of bacteria live on human skin? A fascinating, if not relevant, bit of trivia. Wouldn't you agree? And prodding me was intended to elicit what result, exactly? At any rate, I am quite conscious, merely waiting. Only whilst simultaneously attempting to repel waves of near paralyzing trepidation, as one does. What? Oh, yes, yes. Dr. Elian assures me that irregular bouts of nausea and perspiration are all acceptable side effects of my position. Oh, but do pardon me. I am easily digressed by a good tangent. What were we discussing? Oh, yes. Now I remember. Sometime last year, I predetermined an occasion of momentous import would happen today, right here, at these very coordinates. Oh no. You know what they say about having too many totalizers on the same sum? Nothing gets solved. All the more reason I rely on my own math these days. Less room for error. Leslie Beckett, Oracle Laureate, Seer Supreme, leader of the Department of Predictive Analysis, and not terribly good at informal introductions, evidently. Forgive me if I don't shake hands. I prefer to keep my skin microbiome free of exogenetic cells. You understand? But now, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the agent we've been expecting. I knew loitering at this location would yield results. I don't suppose you've stumbled upon any of our excogitation chapels around Cloister by chance? Excogitation chapels are order residencies where one can meditate in solitude on specific theorems relating to the plan. They're scattered all around Cloister. Prior to the war, such focused study led to all manner of breakthroughs, with audio logs routinely kept by the scientician in residence. In these unprecedented times, such logs could harbor hidden wisdom. However, with the war on, I've sadly been unable to get my hands on the last of these recordings. How unexpected. Almost as if there's a universal plan at work in the universe. Please return when you've found all four. I will be here. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. Oh yes, I'm aware. Better to know the spy in our midst than receive a replacement more capable of evading notice. Besides, Miss Doyle's harmless, and she serves the best convictions at the parlor, bar none. If you've already spoken with her about the experiment, I suppose there's no use in me playing coy, As you have cleverly sussed out, Laplace's garden is the subject of an experiment into social conditioning, or curating, if you will, through the use of therapeutic pharmacology.
They put something in the water, right?
We have been administering a pharmaceutical to the population of the garden via the water supply that aids in emotional regulation. We call it perspective. It's odorless, harmless. Well, apart from the withdrawal, but I can assure you we have our best minds working on that little issue. Minor complication at worst. Irritation, paranoia, increased desire to gamble. Oddly enough, all manageable conditions, of course. We are increasingly operating with fewer resources, however, and most regrettably, we've had to eject more and more subjects from the experiment in order to continue it. In a plan-perfected universe, we would have ample time to wean participants off perspective before sending them out of the garden. But, alas, we do not live in that universe. Yet.
Yeah, I don't know. Something about that.
Why in the world would we do that? Is that your concern? No. All the participants agreed to have pharmaceuticals administered to them at any given point. See? Perfectly consensual. At any rate, I have no interest in debating the ethics of this experiment with a layperson. No offense. But now, where were we? Oh, yes. The spy. Did she express that as her intention? You should do as she asks. Get her that sample.
Really?
This is an unparalleled opportunity to see the shape of Sub Rosa's web. We only need plant the right fly. After collecting the sample, mix it with this liquid tracer. It'll make the drug functionally inert and allow us to track it wherever it shows up next. Not as such, not at the moment. However, let me put it this way. Any potential for interference above null is worth keeping an eye on.
I wonder if it'll give me a choice before I do it, or if it'll make me, if it'll lock me in here. Because I don't want to fuck up Sub Rosa. I've been kind of messing with them, so I want to keep in their good graces. The other two companies can fuck off. So.
I have every confidence you will make the right choice. Well, 83.4% confidence, but let's round up, shall we? Here, take this key. It will grant you access to water reconditioning, which you can find on the eastern side of the garden. You will also need this passcode for the terminal inside. Don't we all?
Don't we all? That's what I would say. It's what I would come back with too, dude. Don't we all?
Nothing beyond what I already included in my 165-page summary of the incident. Why do you ask? Of course I do. That is precisely why my energy is better channeled toward the future, to ensure such tragic events never happen again. Landon Wiley was afflicted by that which strickens all scholars, the desire to effect change, to advance the plan at any cost. Were his methods
Failed
wrong?
robot masters.
Unequivocally. Should he have come to me with his concerns? Undeniably. But was his conclusion categorically sound? That remains debatable. Generally, yes. Although it's important to remember that unexpected outcomes can still arise from failed experiments. But let's move on to other topics, please. All this fractious talk is giving me a stomachache and...
Create an altered sample. We're not going to be doing that.
Strange to see all this vacant space after the overcrowding at Matriarch's Mercy. Plenty of room for refugees here. If only the Order administrants got their act together.
Now, so wait a minute. Sample of perspective. Didn't I just get that? Yeah. Ah, here we go. We're not going to do that. Not gonna do it. We're gonna tell it all about it too.
On a scale of 1 to 100.
I hope you have good news for me.
Maybe.
I'm charmed my name was among the first to populate your thoughts when attempting to work this problem. I have some Protectorate contacts, and I might be willing to lean my elbow on the scales in your favor, but not until after I've acquired my sample. I knew I had the right person for the job. You've saved me quite the headache. Your reward, as promised.
Zapper.
You did sharpen my pencil, so I suppose sharpening yours is only fair. I'll put in a word with my associates to pass along to whatever Protectorate forces are on site to expect you. It's no guarantee, but at least they won't fire upon you on site. In exchange for my help, however, I want you to bring the data back here so that I can make a copy of it. Before you hand it over to the Order, to be clear. Do we have an accord? You've no doubt heard the phrase, knowledge is power. Sub Rosa benefits from all the knowledge it can acquire. I can tell you no more than that.
Okay, fair enough. Very well.
We do work well together, don't we? Return here when you have the data. I'll be waiting.
Sure, too. Paradise Island. Alright. Back to Paradise Island we go. You need to shoot something. Come on. That's a bounty. Let's go after that. Seize the payloads. Why don't you see what this Zapper was all about? Sneak attacks with this weapon harmlessly shock the target, automatically paralyzing them. Feel free to believe anyone knocked out by this weapon is just unconscious. This you hand off to me.
casualties identified. Burn my life or avenge my death.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
They're gonna take me somewhere. Where is this place?
I'll handle this. I have a fix on their weaknesses. This might sting. A lot. All in the ribs.
Stuff. Maybe find a workbench soon. Make some more ammo. It looks like there was a pathway here. Shit gets confusing sometimes. See if it wraps around. It does not wrap around. So, don't need those fucking things coming after me. It got me, motherfucker. I figured there'd be mines around here.
Ratcheting up my aggression.
Yeah. Damn sure got me, dude. So did that one. How's it going, man? Did you see the new Assetto Corsa rally was released? I think it's in early access, but it's released to the public. I've heard some crazy things about it. Just I might have to pick it up. I haven't looked into how much it costs yet. I heard there was a huge barrier of entry that it's gonna kick your ass. I heard it was gonna kick your ass. Oh, I heard it. No, from what I heard is those games are child's play compared to this. At least that's the word on the streets. I don't know. Apparently they've done a pretty good job. Yeah. Well, I mean, a set of courses already got. Well, I mean, they have evolution, and they also have. What's that? Was it what's the Evolution or whatever it is? And then they have, a set of Corsa that's got fucking mods for days. Matter of fact, this should just be mods, a set of Corsa edition. I was playing that Nohezi server on a set of Corsa. Put an RX-7 into the wall on the chat. Put an RX-7 into the wall at 70 miles an hour. Yeah, I didn't live. Car reset on me after it rolled over. Yeah. Sorry. Ooh, workbench.
Feel free to use the workbench. Just don't break it.
Awesome. Should be able to make some plasma filters. I still haven't found a plasma barrel for the trench shotgun. I'd like to find one of those. Found the shock barrel. I imagine they would have a plasma barrel. Air-cooled machine gun. Apparently, there's a miniguns. Give it. I saw it. I saw a mod for a minigun. So I haven't found a minigun yet, but I found a mod for one. Share shrink ray. Yep, yep, yep. That's true. There's got to be a gun. It's got to be. I got to. It's someone. One of these merchants has got to have it. Just gotta. Finally make some damn plasma grenades. Few of them at least. Got 30 of them now. Oh yeah, yeah. The plasma charges. Was it the large plasma charges that it used? Oh, I got a gun. Used, Agatha shoots exploding rounds. Yeah. It used what? Large plasma charges. Lubricant. Get about 3,200 rounds. Sounds good to me. I've been wanting to use this. I just didn't have the ammo for it. Damn. Why are there mines everywhere? Is this what's in here? Oh wow, there's really fun creative supplies. Okay. Okay. So that's telling me to go there. Go. I think when I was here last time, I was real focused on just doing one thing. So I didn't really explore all the way through this.
Enemy spotted.
Did you pee yourself, Apple broke?
How dare you? You're no consumer of our goods and services.
Looks like I've already killed these people out here. Yep. Because I had this. Yep. So, I think I've scared the shit out of these people. And they're not going to talk to me. Oh, will you? Take all this shit. Take your machine gun. Your trauma kits. Is this something new? I'm not aware of it. If I am aware of it, I forgot. I know it's Grim Dawn. If there's nothing to convert to lightning yet, shouldn't be doing that. There's nothing in there that has anything converting to lightning at all. Then I would say that's a bug. Pretty bad one too, because you don't want that damage to be going to something that's not doing any, that you're not spec'd into. Losing out on damage. Need all that DPS. I don't think this is going anywhere. Can kill them all. And I don't know. Sucks. It does. I bet you there's a quest that brings me here.
What? Can't somebody loiter about a protocol without someone casting assuming glances their way? I know a presumptive look when I see it. Look, you ain't my immediate supervisor, a recognized authority figure, or my dear old ma. I don't need to tell you nothing. Oh, well, you'll love this then, as a fellow flim-flam connoisseur. 6 or 7 months ago, some Auntie's Choice clock puncher made a shipping error. Sent a few crates of failed grafting materials here to Cloister. You know that grafting program they used to have? Where they'd give some hapless hullhead a big monster arm, torn off one of a bunch of different deadly creatures? These crates arrived full of rejected Crabograft parts. Sat untouched for months till I found them. And I thought, little rebranding, the right angle, bet I could sell these. I met this Protectorate officer, smug as all get out, naive as the day is long. Said she had logistical supply concerns and needed means to feed the personnel guarding the archive. As the plan would have it, I told her I got a shipment of, imitation Crabble meat. You repackage and relabel it, it'll pass for Protectorate rations just fine. She agreed. Bought a few crates on the spot, promised to send word when she needed more. I just had to grind up everything first. Remove a few telltale chunks.
Man, probably been in a bunch of... Probably one of those that's been in a bunch of these games.
I can't take full credit or blame. I simply misrepresented misallocated materials for profit. I am merely a humble opportunist. Here's an audio cartridge with all the details. Those troops hear what they've been eating? I don't know what'll happen, but they won't be happy about it. That's for sure. Don't mention it to anyone, especially not those damn snoops at Winter's Grasp.
Well, I guess it's a good thing I've cleared that place out, huh? There's probably something here. You steal that bubble. Oh. Okay. I guess we need to go do this stuff now. Back to Paradise Island. Grab something to drink. We'll be right back. Yeah. Okay. It's after 2 o'clock. No more caffeine. Does this belong to? Of course. Yeah. Oh yeah. Dun dun dun. I just had this vision of the landlady from Kung Fu Hustle.
What fortune! Our technician manifests at last. Halt there. You match the description of the technician we have been vigilantly awaiting, but as they say, assumptions made are mistakes readied. Present yourself, so that I may take the measure of you. Evidently so. Satellites from our magnificent Hyperion reticulum do not tumble so gracelessly down from the skies every day. Some might label me mistrustful, but I wonder at your sudden assignment to this matter. Your tardiness, too, invites questions. It raises doubt you are even who you presume to be. Not ordinarily, no, but we are at war. These are uncommon circumstances, and you have not given me sufficient reason to trust you. Both the corporatists and those underhanded smugglers, sub rosa, have attempted to infiltrate our ranks before, embedding their own operatives. Not that they have ever been truly successful, of course. The Protectorate is mightily impregnable. Any true subject would easily spot a cuckoo in the nest. How now? Did I detect a threat in that jumble of words? Ugh, now I think you are intentionally attempting to perplex me.
Check your scopes for combat analysis. Vital critical. Don't become a statistic, Commander. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
I should have had my mini rocket launcher. That thing's fucking gnarly. Okay, now what does it want me to do with it? Let Persephone make a copy of the data. Yeah. Yep, we're gonna do that. Man, they got me bouncing all over the place right now.
These temporary indignities of the body are nothing contrasted to the Order's future. Keep those eyes open, soldiers. Cordial frostbite be damned.
People are gonna start to talk. Aren't you reliable? I just need one moment to copy the data. There, all done. Thank you ever so much. Was there anything else you wish to discuss?
I look forward to the reclamation of the Hyperion web. Hopefully you shall facilitate that. Now, how might we be of use to one another? Yes! Excellent! Take that, reductionists! Your horrid little surveillance devices shall finally be used for what their purpose should have been! Don't tell anyone about that outburst, please. Here's something to keep you quiet. Not for now, but keep speaking to me thusly, and I'll think well on rescinding your audience with her. I've informed the presiding bishop you're coming to speak with her. She can be found in the room off the main stairwell. I'm sure I don't need to say this, but if you even think about bringing harm to Ruth, I shall know. Be on your very, very best behavior.
Maybe.
The Order has always proclaimed patience as a virtue, but I am pleased my waiting is finally at its endpoint. For so long, you have only existed as numerical values on a chart. A bright star in a constellation of possibilities, as it were. Now with your arrival, the Order nears the totality of its goals, provided you are willing to stay aligned with our cause. Prudent. Now then, I gather you already know who I am, but science has shown that good manners strengthen developing relationships by 5.3%. So, allow me to introduce myself. I am Ruth Basar, third presiding bishop of the Order of the Ascendant, Supreme Calculator, and, plan willing,
Supreme Calculator.
Prosperous future.
Bunch of number crunching nerds. Nerd.
I admit, when I sent my initial message, I did not exactly know who its recipient would be. But I trusted the plan, and lo and behold, it provided you as the solution. Your recent exploits at Greater Tranquility Station have certainly made for compelling reading material. Confronting an assassin, and thereby sparing the delegates' lives before the rift inexplicably destroyed the station? Such a commendable effort is worthy of acknowledgement. Sorry to disappoint. However, there's something of even greater import we must discuss. It's recently come to my attention that secret communications have been exchanged between Laplace's garden and the undisputed claim. Do you know anything about that? I agree. I once believed the risks of a negative outcome were acceptably low, justifying the pursuit of a peaceful resolution. But Greater Tranquility altered those numbers. I will speak with Levin and tell him to cease all transmissions with the undisputed claim immediately. The Order does not require a corporation's help to win this war. But now, let us move on from this discussion. The Archive remains at the forefront of my mind, as it must be on yours, or else you would not be here. If your heart was brutally carved from your chest, would the empty cavity not remind you of its absence? Metaphorically speaking, the Archive fulfilled a promise made by the Matriarch to the first presiding bishop. It embodies their shared dream of a colony, ruled by empiricism and hope for the future. For the Protectorate to withhold it from the Order now is worse than mere inconvenience. It is betrayal of the worst kind. Rift data. And how did you come by this acquisition, if I may ask?
I've been everywhere.
I suppose you intended that statement to shock me. You forget, survival of the fittest is one of the pillars of scientism. We have all paid costs for knowledge. Walk me through your plan, then. Once the data is processed, what then? And so it may, but perhaps we are putting the solution before the problem. Until the Order has control over the Archive again, this discussion is all but moot. Any way I interpret the numbers, it is obvious the plan brought you here to deliver the Archive out of Protectorate subjugation and back into Order hands. But before we go further, you should be aware, by aligning yourself with us in this matter, Auntie's Choice will almost assuredly see you as a threat to their interests.
You can
Are
save your
prepared to
money.
accept that consequence? Your brusqueness hides a secret enthusiasm, I think. Very well. Let us now discuss the particulars of what will be required to reclaim the Archive. Fortunately, I have given this some thought, and already have a strategy in place. First, we must reclaim Spireton from the enemy. Spireton once served as the Order's headquarters, due to its proximity to the Archive. Its loss was an affront, and remains so. More importantly, there is a lift located in Spireton which can deliver our troops into the Archive to assist you against the Protectorate. Unlocking and calling that lift.
Yeah, but
can
that
only
style
be
of
done from
gameplay's not
within the
popular
Archive,
anymore,
however.
kids.
So you will need
So
to
you're gonna have
infiltrate
to
the
dig to
Archive
find
by
something like
alternate
that.
means, via a bridge connected to Newton. Fortunately, I am told you already dealt with the cultists there. Unfortunately,
I saw
you will
something
still
recently
need to
that
find a
was.
way past a small rift currently blocking
I'd
the
have to
bridge.
look back. I was watching something where they were talking about it was like an old Diablo type game, where it was like just you just went down into a dungeon, just kept going. I don't remember what it was, so I couldn't even think of what it is. I am too.
There is a computronical key that you will also need to locate within the Archive called the Calcaduceus. The Calcaduceus grants special access to the Archive. Once it is back in Order hands, we will have full control over its systems once more. Exemplars will accompany you in any direct assault on Spireton. But to increase our chances of success and minimize casualties, might I recommend a more indirect approach? Take this access card. It opens a discreet side entrance on the western side of Spireton, just past a collapsed portion of the outer wall. Once inside, It may be possible to divert power from the Protectorate's turrets via a nearby terminal. The same card should grant you access to the building housing the terminal.
That sounds like more fun.
Nothing more is writ on my chalkboard at the moment. Such sensible rationale merits a return, I think. In anticipation of occupation, I ordered supplies installed in hidden caches around the archive for emergency use. Should you encounter some, this passcode will grant you access. May you achieve
Failed to cite her work completely. I worked with presiding Bishop Orlo, you know. Now there was a serious scientician.
Where's it taking me? I'll take your tea.
Hello, stranger. Mercenary. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Any undue rage you note in my tone is not at all related to the recent coup in my beloved protectorate. I do so dearly love residing in a nest of traitors, waiting for them to capitulate, unable to aid my fellows at home. It is truly a wonderful feeling. I cannot leave. My sovereign-given task is to bring the Order back into the Protectorate fold. But now it seems as if I must also bring the Protectorate into its own fold. One deed at a time, Philo. I am not just anyone. The duty of a liaison is of the utmost importance, requiring due diligence and delicacy. Though I suppose it a mite strange that this task fell to me, as I'd urge the vehement tanning of any wayward body bent on disrespecting the Protectorate, which would now include the Protectorate at large. Madness, slandering my beloved sovereign, following that feckless consul, makes my blood boil. I fear it is not so simple. Though many within the Protectorate still trusted their leaders, a growing minority had begun to question their sovereign. They argued the losses we've suffered would not have happened if he could truly lead, that his father would not have allowed this to happen. Pah! Anyone who didn't side with the sovereign will pay, sooner or later. You may count on it. Listen, you. The Protectorate does not do delegation. The Protectorate has a will that must be upheld. My presence here is a display of more faith than these fools deserve. Niceties are irrelevant, and likely detrimental to the task at hand. I am here to make the Order see the error of their ways. All other particulates are frivolous. I've proudly served the Protectorate my whole life. Now look at it. Traitors from without, traitors from within. It's enough to make an old man despair. That consul, I never trusted that miserable bastard. His betrayal is so galling, I'd almost care to join the armed forces to bring him to justice myself. But my hands quaver with age, and the Sovereign has tasked me with my own duty. I must see it to completion before all else. Which would now include the Protectorate. I had reason to suspect that some subjects had begun to doubt anyone who didn't side with the Sovereign will pay, sooner or later. You may count on it. Hate is an inaccurate phrase. I find them arrogant and exasperating. I am here because the Sovereign has tasked me. Unfortunately, my time here has taught me that only mass...
You didn't really say a whole lot now, did he? Wait the fuck a minute. Coordinate with elements. Okay, let's do that. Come in. It's the best, but where am I going? I'm gonna watch for mines.
Precisely. I was informed to expect you here and now by Presiding Bishop Bassar herself. Thus, it is so, as predicted. It is time, yes, that we commit our forces to your intended assault on Spyreton? Oh, a change in plan. An unanticipated, strategic refinement. We shall await the signal, but should the situation deteriorate, we will intercede. Our scheduled reinforcements should be here in no time. I'm sure they'll arrive at the most optimum moment.
Where's my third?
Combat probable. Enemy in vicinity.
Investigating hostile intentions.
Calm down, guys. Calm down, calm down.
Combatant scan. Moving to cover. Hostilities are afoot. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. There. By my reckoning, that was the last one.
I guess if you're seeing, they just come on in. It's fine. That's fine. You know, when I think about it, I think this game kind of really makes me want to play because it was actually pretty fun with Cyberpunk.
I mean, I've been stationed at some backwater burgs in the past.
I think the combat was more fun in Cyberpunk.
Eggheads do anything for fun around here? It's all map charts and shock boards and...
How many Abakai does one outpost need? Hope they never retake this place, because I'm throwing all of it away.
He walks by. A long night after.
I bet you Cyberpunk's in a damn good spot right now. Oh, yeah. God damn, those guys did a hell of a lot of damage.
Ah, we see you didn't even require us. Our arrival was scheduled for the optimum moment. Apparently we're meant to hold Spireton, not assist in taking it.
Well, okay.
Protectorate has this sealed. It can only be unsealed near the Archive's entrance, remember? Fuck, man.
Spireton has changed hands several times now, but our data suggests this should be the last.
Guess I'm not jumping up there. Oh. A crate full of mysterious rations.
Dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
We're up against a lot of Protectorate firepower. You got a plan, or are we just gonna fly by the seat of our pants as per usual?
Lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law.
Maybe you weren't listening, but we've heard repeated reports of that bridge being an absolute meat grinder. I'm counting turrets, heavy infantry, at least one automech, effectively the works. I seriously recommend discussing alternate plans.
Sure can. We just need to find the lift controls down from Spireton, and then the archive is as good as ours.
Not a bad idea, though I'd also suggest garnering backup.
Whatever you say, Commander.
Distilling our sense of community, they sneer at our contentment.
Prudence dictates we reject individualism in all its many forms.
Professor Ostergaard making a mess of things again.
Preserve said progress. Sustain the system.
I, too, would never question paradigm. Perhaps a brief visit to mental refreshment.
Grey gone astray? Augustine May. Are you mentally refreshed?
Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Consul.
Ooh, an enemy.
Oh, I feel terrible. Everybody who ate the latest Crabble rations fell ill. Rumor is somebody died. Oh, was it me? Feels like it was. Never eating Crabble again. Invasive elements! Pay in kind! Closing in!
Oh, wow.
You're breathing too loud. Stop breathing.
Enemy about. Let's see what's inside. Remember, all subjects prosper under the... of our beneficent rule.
Remember those rejected grapple craft materials that got shipped here? I sold them to a protectorate officer who was low on supplies. Said it was imitation grapple meat. She means to pass them off as official rations. Imagine all those whole heads wolfing down failed Auntie's choice.
Ignore that. I promise you this is merely tomfoolery. There's no way we were eating failed experimental material.
Gross. Wait, what the what?
Fortunately, I lost the ability to feel disgust long ago.
The console provides, the system abides. Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
Subject lacking the appropriate seal for their assigned work. Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's
Gonna make me what?
Investigating hostile intentions. Proceeding to attack.
Planet Day 35. Brought to you by the frigid cold and voracious wildlife. Starring noted self.
Plus 5 health.
Name's Hoyt, right? I've noted some right sophisticated interactions among the Crabbles lately. Intricate courtship rituals, coordinated group efforts, all about thermal transfer. When my unit was first stationed down here, I kept making excuses to sneak off and observe them. Product research, I said. Very hush-hush. Eventually gave my lieutenant a field promotion and ordered them all away. Been living off the land here like the Crabbles ever since. Their unfertilized roe actually makes for some good eating. Included some with this message. Eat up.
That might not have been the best thing to do.
I have a fix on their weakness. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Sharp enough. Hostiles nearby.
Back and stand. Check your scopes for that wasn't intentional. Target analyzed. Lay down body. Try to limit further damage.
And you said, and you doubted we could take this bridge, Marisol. You doubted us. So did you. I'm curious on why it wouldn't let me do that. I thought I had the... Oh, wow.
We have possession of the lift and are ready to lend assistance to you, Agent. Awaiting the all clear. Executing primary operation. Now!
They're gonna come down, there's gonna be nothing here for them to do.
Keep effectuating what you're actualizing, friend.
Our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Always dreamt of coming here.
Galcaduceus, not detected. Entry kindly, yet firmly declined.
What was in those rations? Oh, will this gastric nightmare never cease? Oh. Just a moment. No need to report me for mental refreshment. Simply a biological maladjustment. Should pass with time. One hopes. Wait, you're one of those from outside, aren't you? Good show, pretending to be an arbiter. Certainly got my attention. I am the Archive's current operator. As such, I am the bearer of the Calcaduceus. I still have trouble saying that. It is part ceremonial item, part computronic.
What the fuck is a
Grants
Calcaduceus?
special access across the archive by transmitting a series of advanced calculations when waived. If you have cleared our fortifications outside,
It's a magic wand.
I worry what has happened to our troops. I have little interest in sharing their fate. I would pass the Calcaduceus on to you in exchange for
Calcaduceus.
granting me safe passage. The archive would then recognize you as its operator. It will no doubt earn me mental refreshment, perhaps worse. But this way, I retain some measure of hope. All right. I am providing you the Calcaduceus. Don't shoot. Here, you are now operator of the archive. Congratulations. Be warned, you may find it a temperamental machine. Some maintenance may be required. Is there a protectorate curativist house? I feel rather woodly.
Did he just die? He did. See, magic
Calcaduceus
wand.
detected. Alternative operator postulated. Concluded. Colonizer replacement. Greetings, sentient. Welcome to the Archive. I am EUENIAC, the Universal Equation Numeric Integration Analytic Calculator. With the aid of my operator,
EUENIAC.
a non-sentient inorganism,
Interesting
marshal vast
name.
computational resources across the moon of Cloister. Effectively, that is correct. My tone and demeanor are a carefully constructed complex emulation, a means to effectively convey information to sentient beings. My express programmatical purpose is to aid humanity's advancement to optimize profits, i.e. gain over expenditure, to maximize the needs of our society above others, to attract the most consumers.
This thing seems unbalanced. I like it.
Beg your pardon. How may I best facilitate your efforts? Perusing contents. Anatomizing diversiform particulars. Concatenating manifold integrants. Cursory assessment complete. An impressive accumulation of rift data. Similar in composition, though decidedly not in scope, to that provided by the Protectorate. Information with the potential to offer unique commercial opportunities to those who wield it. But why simply huck goods better, when such a bounty could be used to flawlessly regulate societal harmony, oversight, and means of production? What is the aim of your query? The previous operator, Assessor Ostergaard of the Protectorate, pursued a like query 1 year, 6 days ago. Though the amount you've provided is several orders of magnitude larger, to perform similar calculations of larger scale at current suboptimal levels of functionality would require
25.7 years, and any job over 2 decades is billed by the hour.
Calculatory processing presently hovers around 49.7% capacity due to internecine conflict, misuse, and a lack of technical prowess by recent operators and their associates. In order to improve calculatory processing of rift data in a timely manner, repairs must be made to address the damage done by Protectorate and Anti's Choice operators. Oh, those skills will come in handy here. Trust me.
Oh,
The
yeah?
archive remains contested. Frequent outbreaks of hostilities are likely. Some repair work is unfortunately required. I am unlocking access to the Underlands, the subterranean cave network below. It houses 2 key external systems, cold storage and thermal transfer. Cold storage will require servicing before you may retrieve the punch cards needed for processing. Repairing thermal transfer is technically optional, but rather advised. If you fail to restore it, the archive and I may melt down later while running your calculations.
Why is that optional? Our continued existence should be a paramount concern.
It is difficult to accurately ascribe an exact causal breakdown between premeditated sabotage, collateral harm, technical ineptitude, and willful hijinks. Some categorical overspill inevitably occurs. Attempts by non-order operators to reprogram my priorities have also led to issues.
Well, isn't the... I don't want to do that.
When active, the archive generates an enormous amount of heat. Normally, it is dispersed by pumping water between the vast ocean below Cloister's exterior and a surface reservoir. I can process the rift data without its repair, but irreparable damage is likely. Yet, with thermal transfer presently idle, a contingent of Crabbles have made the area a nursery. Drastic changes to heating levels may endanger it.
Who cares about a herd of pea-brained, ill-humored, oversized crustaceans? There are too many as it is.
Our potential allies in the Order would not like that.
And I don't really care about either one of them. So...
Inverting targeting protocols. There, any protectorate still on the ground level is now being fired upon. Permissions within other areas of the archive are locked, however. It is an archival area dedicated to safe upkeep of all data collected in pursuit of the universal equation by the Order of the Ascendant. The sum total of all our accumulated knowledge in punch card form, kept in a low temperature, low humidity environment to improve preservation.
Return later to discuss the remaining
Have a profitable day! In lieu of my transactional mindset, I've unsealed one of the display cases in the central entranceway. The Seer Cerebellum Protector is now yours.
It's a helmet. I better do something cool. That sucked.
You got a job to do. It's a work.
Provisions dispenser.
Sorting for silence.
From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
Yeah. Reject individualism in all its many forms.
Preserve said progress. Sustain the system. Grey gone astray? What a stay today? Are you mentally refreshed?
We are each of us ennobled by our place within the system. Your task awaits.
Looking for mental refreshment post-haste.
Hold fire! This one looks friendly. Or not protectorate, at least. Watch yourself. You came from the outside. Does that mean we can finally escape? What? Oh, you must be another case of hypothermnesia. Extreme prolonged exposure to the cold certainly does terrible things to our brain. It's because the Archive controls the surface lifts, which are the only way in or out. And once the Protectorate retook the machine, they locked out all external access. Now, for more than a month, we've all been trapped in these caves, Order and Antes alike, scrounging for food, huddling for warmth, and desperately trying to stay alive. You poor, dangling remainder. Your brain really is frozen, isn't it? Originally, this was a subterranean network that let folks move between the critical components of the Archive. But now, for us, it's a tomb. Hundreds of us have already perished within these frigid walls, and no doubt, the rest are predestined to join them. You're what? How? The odds of you successfully doing what our whole army could not is, well, it's preposterously small. Yet, here you are. Regardless, if we are to maximize your odds of success, you should at least let us share our intelligence with you.
Okay.
You'll want to speak with Provost Finch inside that building to the northeast. She has a better understanding of all the variables in play. Though I would be absolutely ecstatic to offer you any information I have that would increase the odds of your success. The paths down here all connect, so no matter which direction you go, eventually you'll find your way back to me. Nevertheless, venture south and you'll reach the thermal transfer station, which regulates Archive heat. Go northwest and encounter cold storage, which houses its data cartridges. In the loop between the two lay the lift controls. Though be warned, they are incredibly well protected and have repelled every assault we've thrown at it. What else can I do to help you help us escape this frozen hell? Absolutely. There are several factors that will greatly reduce your odds of survival. First, you will frequently encounter ursopods, which are native to these tunnels. Also, near the thermal transfer station is an infestation of crabbles that are breeding in abundant numbers. And directly south is a band of what had been normal folks, now turned bloodthirsty and feral due to an overindulgence in Auntie's Choice Adrena time. No. A significant number of Auntie's troopers are trapped down here with us. Though despite odds so outrageous they'd barely be worth calculating, we've actually formed a truce. Though, if I'm being honest, I'd certainly sleep better if I wasn't unceasingly concerned about their perpetual capitalistic calculating. May the universal equation's final tally see us all escaping this frozen prison.
Holy crap, this place is fucking huge.
Sure, they're friendly now, but it's only a matter of time before they're tearing out each other's throats.
I have a list on their weaknesses. You need scrambling enemy neurons.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Ratcheting up my aggression.
Really?
Hostilities are afoot.
Caduceus detected. You are clear to enter thermal transfer. Be advised that an anti-choice field manager is present and unaccounted for.
Investigating hostile intentions. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Protectorate engineers. Reckon they didn't repair much.
Say the word and I'll spread enlightenment.
Any tools lying around? I'll handle this.
your scopes for combatant analysis. Torpificator in charge. Torpification.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Proceeding to attack. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Fancies himself a man of the wilderness. He took the control board for the Spiraton lift, so I know he's tech savvy. Just not survival savvy. Hopefully he appreciates the care packages I sent through the vacuum tube. He'd be long gone without them.
Looks like it needs a fuse. A specific kind.
Manual told me everything I needed to know about regulation of the Archive's temperature flow. Now my Crabbles are adapting to the warm waters. It's such a pity that the Archive and the Crabbles cannot coexist in the same ecosystem. But the Crabbles need me. That babbling terminal can look after itself.
Alright, guys. I'm gonna call it a night. I'm starting to get tired. I just feel myself nodding off, so I'm just gonna go ahead and call it a night. Appreciate you guys hanging out. We're gonna finish this eventually. You guys have a good one. See you on the next one.